y'all, I'm Ashley here on Talking Books with Ashley. For the month of June, I am going to do a book haul. I don't have a ton of books. I actually have more that was supposed to come out in June that I didn't receive because, you know, shipping and things. It's fine. No big deal. I'll talk about the ones that I did get. The first one I picked up on a whim. Most of these, it's not that big. I picked up on a whim when I went to the bookstore. I honestly don't know if you've seen some of them. Like, have I showed you some of them before? I don't know. And I'm not going back and watching not last month's book haul because I didn't really do one for May. But I did for April, and I'm not going to go and, like, pick them up, rewatch and see what I showed when I'm not. It's partly my fault because I haven't put the ones that I haven't read but bought up back on the shelf. So, anyways. First one I'll show you is Ghosting, a love story by Tasha Skilton. It's kind of written, it's got I mean, it's a novel, like written with, but it's also got some prose, or not prose, but like text. It's got some emails, it's got some things like that, which is why I was really interested in it, because novels written in letter, in emails, in texting, that's always a different format. That's always fun to read, but I don't know anything about it aside from that it's based on texting, kind of. Is love in real life just a fantasy? The tagline. We shall see. Next, this is one of them I wasn't sure if I'd showed you yet or not. To Have and to Hoax by Martha Waters. This is a story between two people who've already been married. Lady Violet Grey and Lord James Audley. They are already married, but they're not happily married. And they're trying to get each other's attentions by doing these elaborate schemes. Like, I think he had an accident, like he fell off a horse, and she was told and rushed to his side. Turns out it wasn't that bad, and so she fakes sick, and then he does something else, and then she does something to try to get each other's attention. I'm interested. And also, the cover is really cute, so I can't wait to get into it. It's an Ataria book. That's the same publisher, I believe, that publishes Colleen Hoover. The third I'll show you is Take a Hint, Dani Brown. This is the, I don't know if it's a sequel or a companion to her first one, Get a Life, Chloe Brown, in this series. It's one of her first, by Talia Hibbert. It's Get a Life, Chloe Brown is one of the first, like, professionally, not professionally, but published, like, by the big publishers. All her books before that were self-published. I've read one other book by Talia Hibbert, and I want to get into Get a Life, Chloe Brown. And now that I have the sequel or companion, I will. It's just picking up books, you know. I don't know what it's about, except Dani Brown. That's what I know. We shall see. Most of Talia Hibbert's books, I believe, are interracial, like black female, white male, that kind of thing. Next is Party of Two by Jasmine Guillory. I have read 3 other books by Jasmine Guillory. It's her wedding date, wedding party, wedding day series. I love them to death. They're more closed door on the smut than most romances, and that's one of my favorite things, because if you can still tell a good story without depending on the smut, the sex, it's the perfect kind of romance. I don't know who's the protagonist. I don't know who's telling the story. Don't know who's the hero. I don't know if they're even part of the same series as the wedding series that or if it's a completely new one that she's telling. I can't wait to get into it. It's a Berkeley romance. I love Berkeley romances, and I love Berkeley mysteries. I love Berkeley as a publisher. I never used to pay attention to who published books when I was reading YA, but now as an adult, I can usually tell, because it's either going to be an Avon romance or a Berkeley romance or a mystery, and I can usually tell, and that's exciting. Next is, you know, the YA. I said I don't be reading that much. I'll Be the One. It is a YA by Lila Lee. I picked it up because this cover is absolutely adorable. I mean, could you not buy it? And the thing is it's a K-pop kind of story. And I have never listened to K-pop, don't like K-pop, not, you know. Sky Shin has heard it all. Fat girls can't dance, shouldn't wear bright colors, shouldn't call attention to themselves. But Sky dreams of joining the glittering, intense world of K-pop. And to do that, she's about to break all the rules that society, the media, and even her own mother have set for girls like her. That is why I picked this up. It's based on a plus-size heroine. And as a teenager, I needed plus-size heroines in my life. I mean, as an adult, I still do. And it's important to be represented. But now as an adult, I'm more sure of myself. I love myself. I'm not as self-conscious as when I was a teenager. But I still pick these books up because nobody writes plus-size heroines, hardly. And so when I find one, of course I have to have it. Next, and I've got 3 more. Recipe for Persuasion by Sonali Dev. This is the sequel or companion to Pride and Prejudice and Other Flavors, which I also have in there but have not read. It's based on food. I know that because the other one was a Shakespeare Pride and Prejudice retelling, but I don't know how much of it was just like Pride and Prejudice. I know a lot of people didn't love it as a Pride and Prejudice retelling, but I'm not like an obsessed fan of Jane Austen. So if you like totally break off from the story, I'm not going to be mad. Or if you follow it to the T, I'm probably not going to be mad. I just like books. So I'll get into those eventually. Next, I have seen everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, all over the place. I've seen this book. And so when I walked in my bookstore and I saw it, of course, I had to buy it. Real Men Knit by Kawana Jackson. Oh, mainly, the cover is so cute. It's a man with a boot knitting, so why not? I don't know anything about it except Real Men Knit. So maybe this man learns to knit and falls in love. Last book I'll talk away is Bolaway by Elizabeth McCracken. I bought it for the cover. Look how cute. Actually, no, that's not quite true. I had heard about it forever ago when it came out in hardback, and I just never got around to it. And I think I actually have it on my Kindle. But when I saw it in paperback in the store, I decided to buy it. And it's about a town that this woman runs a bowling alley to, and her past resurfaces, and unheard of son, and drama. I know it's more literary fiction than anything, so it should be interesting. It's not my usual type of book, but I can't wait to get into it. Those were all the books I bought. Well, no, it's not all the books, but most of the books I bought in June. And most of them, as you can see, are adult romances because that is the mood I'm in with the wedding coming up. I can't wait to get into these. I have been slowly picking through and reading everything I've bought in the past month of June and May because that's the mood I'm in. I can't help it. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, or opinions, please leave them down below. I love to discuss books with anybody who wants to. I will see y'all guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.